The AC-130 is an aerial gunship made famous by the Call of Duty video game series. It's designed for long-endurance ground attack missions. The airframe is manufactured by Lockheed Martin, while Boeing is responsible for the conversion into a gunship and for aircraft support. Developed during the Vietnam War as Project Gunship 2, the AC-130 replaced the Douglas AC-47 Spooky, or Gunship 1. The AC-130 has an unpressurized cabin, with the weaponry mounted to fire from the port side of the fuselage. Adapted from the C-130 Hercules transport aircraft, the AC-130 is visually distinct. It has several massive guns protruding from the port side, like cannons from a wooden battleship. This heavily armed version of the ubiquitous C-130 Hercules, a member of the exclusive pantheon of U.S. military aircraft that have been in service for over 50 years. Unlike most military aircraft, the AC-130 has an unpressurized cabin and operates at lower altitudes, typically firing weapon systems from an altitude of 7,000 feet. Because the AC-130 operates from such low altitudes, the gunship typically conducts close air support missions at night, under the cover of darkness. This plane capable of providing close air support, air interdiction, convoy escort, urban operations, and force protection. It also performs counterclockwise pylon turnaround targets, which allows for continuous, accurate fire upon a fixed point on the ground. A huge improvement over traditional strafing runs. To identify targets and successfully provide precision or area saturation firing, the AC-130 relies on a sophisticated sensor suite including an electro-optical image sensor, infrared sensor, and radar. This varied sensor suite allows the AC-130 seven-person crew to differentiate between friend and foe, even in poor weather conditions. The AC-130 is complemented with a broad selection of ground attack weapons, suited for various mission profiles and targeting needs. The far bigger AC-130 was able to take advantage of her larger size by accommodating much larger guns, such as 20mm Vulcan cannons, 25mm GAU-12 equalizer cannons, and 40mm Bofors guns. The gunship systems combined to destroy more than 10,000 enemy trucks. Different versions of the AC-130, with different weaponry, have been used since the type's debut. These include the upcoming J variant features 130mm ATK GAU-23A autocannon, one 105mm M102 howitzer, a weapon system for AGM-176 Griffin missiles, and GBU-44B Viper strike munitions. The AC-130 can also carry wing-mounted AGM-114 Hellfire missiles, GBU-39 small-diameter bombs, and GBU-53B. Previous variants also included a 40mm L-60 Bofors cannon. The AC-130J, called Ghost Rider, is the most current iteration, modified with the Precision Strike package, which includes a mission management console, robust communications suite, 2 electro-optical or infrared sensors, advanced fire control equipment, and precision-guided munitions delivery capability. The mission management system fuses sensor, communication, environment, order of battle, and threat information into a common operating picture. This latter weapon is not only highly destructive, but also eminently cost-effective. The standard explosive round could blast through up to 10 inches of reinforced concrete, and a specially designed fragmenting shell could shred a target area more than 150 feet in diameter with thousands of metal fragments. Perhaps most important of all, a howitzer is cheap to fire. A $400 artillery round is a tremendous bargain compared to a $100,000 Hellfire. The AC-130 made its combat debut during the Vietnam War, where the gunship flew with a fighter escort, typically 3 F-4 Phantom II. During the conflict, 6 AC-130 were lost to enemy fire. The first gunship was lost in May of 1969. While truck hunting at 6,500 feet, the gunship took 37mm anti-aircraft fire. The incident would closely mirror the succeeding 5 AC-130 losses. Most were lost while truck hunting, all were downed by either air-to-air or surface-to-air missiles. In all, 52 air crew members were lost in AC-130 crashes. The first significant post-Vietnam combat usage of the Spectre occurred during Operation Urgent Fury in Grenada in 1983, whereupon their crews provided suppression of enemy air defenses and attacked enemy troop formations. These actions enabled the successful assault of the Point Salines airfield via airdrop and airland of friendly forces. For these efforts, the AC-130 aircrew earned the Tonner Award for the mission. From there, it was on to Operation Just Cause in Panama, the mission to overthrow Panamanian strongman Manuel Noriega. Herein, these gargantuan gunships destroyed Panamanian Defense Force headquarters and numerous command and control facilities, thus earning not only an additional Tonner Award for their troubles but a Mackay Trophy to boot. During Operation Desert Storm in 1991, AC-130 provided close air support and force protection air-based defense for ground forces. Tragically, the Spectre crews suffered a combat loss during the campaign when an AC-130H bearing callsign Sprit was shot down by a lone Iraqi soldier with a Strela 2 shoulder-fired missile, killing all 14 crew members aboard. Since then, Spectre or Spooky 2 or Ghost Rider has continued to provide invaluable service to the nation's military efforts, from Somalia to the Balkans to the global war on terror. And if the aforementioned AC-130J variant is any indication, this devastating behemoth will continue to serve for years to come. Now, however, after 50 years of service, the plane's future is in question. As enemy air defense systems improve, the low and slow AC-130, with its high radar cross-section, is unlikely to survive a modern conflict against a sophisticated foe like Russia or China. In fact, the Center for Strategic and Budgetary Assessments has recommended the Air Force begin pivoting away from the AC-130, instead of filling the gunship's role with a combination of stealth aircraft and unmanned drones.